23rd, seeking to find NASA leader Raila Odinga and his co-principal Kalonzo Musyoka in contempt of court for withdrawing from the presidential race that was conducted yesterday. Remember, on the 10th of October, NASA leader Raila Odinga announced that he was withdrawing from the repeat presidential election, citing a playing field that was not level, and insisting that he would only return to the field if the irreducible minimums were dealt with, implemented, and that if there were electoral reforms before he returns to the ballot. And of course that election was conducted yesterday. IEBC insisted that his name must remain on the ballot paper because he allegedly had not signed Form 24 to withdraw formally from the race. And so that matter was scheduled for today, the contempt of court case filed by the Jubilee lawyers. It was set for today. And a short while ago, I've spotted lawyer Tom Masharia representing the Jubilee party. And it's a mention, so they're proceeding to the registrar of the Supreme Court's office so that they can be given further directions on what will happen insofar as that case is concerned. But I've not seen any other lawyer, especially from the NASA team or any other parties involved in this case. So basically, it's all only lawyer Tom Masharia from Jubilee has been around. And so in a short while, in about 5 minutes or so, he tells me that he's going to the deputy registrar of the Supreme Court, Mr. Ole Kewa, is going to communicate on the next course of action. But there's no room for that matter to be heard today because the judges are not even here. And so basically, they will just be getting further directions and possibly a date when that matter will be heard by the Supreme Court judges. Remember the other time there was a quorum hitch the day before yesterday on the petition that had been filed by Helef Khalifa, Samuel Muhochi and Gasheke Gashehe because there were no sufficient judges to sit and hear that matter in line with the Article 163 of the Constitution on the quorum of the Supreme Court judges. So there's no possibility that that matter is going to be heard today. So possibly Masharia and the other lawyers representing various parties will be given further directions on the question of the date when they should return to court, so that that matter on the contempt of court case against NASA leader Raila Odinga can be heard by the Supreme Court, Freddie.
Francis, it appears that Kenyans have given themselves another holiday today. Is that what it seems like even at the Supreme Court? Because I can see you're outside the court. What is happening around where you are?
Low activity, Freddie, here, and even the streets of Nairobi, you can even do some racing because the vehicles, very few of them. And so basically it's like Kenyans have given themselves another holiday. It has not been gazetted, but by the look of things, looks like a holiday to many people. Maybe it's a bit of the carryover from the two-day holiday that was granted on Wednesday and Thursday. So very little activity happening here at the Court of Appeal and at the Supreme Court. Probably there is some more activity happening at the Milimani Law Courts, at the High Court and the Chief Magistrates Courts. But where I am at the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal, very little happening here, Freddie.
Thank you, Francis. Francis Gashuri there with a live update from outside the Supreme Court, where a contempt of court case filed against NASA leader Raila Odinga should be coming up for mention today.